Hello, everybody, and welcome to the WDW Fan Zone Show. I am Stuart Sternberg, and I'm joined by the missing Darlene Nagy, who will be back momentarily, John Maloney, and Kurt. And tonight, one of our co-hosts, is missing, and that is Lottie Ferguson, because she is off with her husband, Kyle Ferguson, celebrating something very special. So we want to wish Lottie and Kyle a very happy 21st wedding anniversary, and we hope they have many more. All right, so tonight we're going to be talking about counter service restaurants that I guess are top 10 counter service restaurants. We did, I don't know when, maybe a couple months ago, we did our top 10 sit-down restaurants in the parks. So now we're just following up with counter service restaurants. And we will get that started momentarily. However, I do want to talk to you about the greatest, the best, the most wonderful travel planner you'll ever find anywhere in the world. No pun intended. And that is Mouse Fan Travel. Mouse Fan Travel is the absolute very best. You know how you go to a travel agency and they start telling you about this plan and this deal and that deal, and it's just like your head spins? Well, Mouse Fan Travel talks to you. They listen to you. They hear what you want to do, what you expect to get out of your vacation, where you want to go, how do you want to go, and most importantly, what you want to spend and where you want to stay. And they put together a package for you that fits you, your friends, your family, however you're going. They fit your needs your way, which is the only way, and I say that all the time. You've got to forget the rest and go with the absolute best, Mouse Fan Travel. And you can find out more information about them and all their wonderful trips, whether it's Disney World, Disneyland, and Adventure by Disney, a wonderful Disney cruise line. We've got friends, including the founder of Mouse Fan Travel, on the Disney Wish right now, enjoying themselves while we suffer here in the sunshine wherever we are. They're having a great time. And you know what? You can't go wrong with Mouse Fan Travel. They've got absolutely wonderful deals going on right now to suit anyone's travel needs and plans and whatever you want to do with it. If that makes sense. They not only go to Walt Disney World and Disney-related vacations, they do anything and everything. And their travel planners are experts like you would not believe. They've actually experienced mostly everything you can think of when it comes to travel planning. So go to www.mousefantravel.com. That's www.mousefantravel.com. Let them know the zone sent you and that they've got great deals waiting for you. All right. Welcome back, Darlene.
Thank you. Sorry. Our Chip and Cogsworth wanted to see what was going on outside, if it's still raining.
Chip and Cogsworth are two rats with tails.
Wiener dogs with tails.
Oh boy. We're talking about wieners tonight?
Mm-hmm. Hey, you never know.
All right. So we're doing our top 10. We'll go from 10 to 1.
Sure.
So your least favorite to your absolute favorite. And you know what? Let's start off with John, because John always has some interesting choices.
My choices are pretty pedestrian and standard, I think, tonight. With
Good.
So where do you want me to start? Just anywhere?
No.
Yes, to say which park?
10. Like your least favorite of your top 10. Which means it's a favorite, just not the very favorite.
Oh, boy. I think I'm going to go with Starbucks in Disney Hollywood Studios. I like the food there. I like the location.
That's not a table. That's not a quick service.
That's not a quick service.
That's a snack.
See, this is where this is confusing, because now you have to remember all quick services are not sit down. Even if you go into Hollywood Studios down Sunset, you have all those stands.
Darlene, I'm going to cut you off.
That's not a building.
I'm going to cut you off. I sent out for the folks listening at home and those watching, I sent out a text to everyone yesterday, and I said to them that marketplace or the food booths do not count. It's got to be a place you can get a full meal. And I gave them an example of a restaurant.
But you can get, we don't have to go over it, but you can get non-snack food there.
Yeah,
Okay.
a full meal, a sandwich.
Yeah.
All right. Are we going to allow it, Kurt?
I'm with you, Stuart. I think that's more of a
Starbucks
snack. Even a sandwich like that that'd be like me saying, I want to go there and I'm going to get a carrot cake cookie.
Yep.
And that's my meal.
Yep. I agree with
It's a
Kurt.
sandwich.
For me, yeah, it is.
Sorry,
no,
I'm not letting it does not count.
In Animal Kingdom, it does. They do have seating.
Purchase a lunch or dinner meal for consumption.
Counter service doesn't mean seating. I'm talking about getting a full meal.
Yeah, I don't have time to argue. So
you get French fries there.
I don't have time. Well, I do not have time to argue, so I will change my answer.
Okay.
To Harambe Market.
Ah, good choice. Wouldn't be my choice, but it's a good choice.
Well, it's my 10th choice.
Starbucks. That's like putting McDonald's on your list because it's actually it's worse than putting it's like putting Dunkin' Donuts on your list.
Yeah.
Hey, people eat meals at McDonald's, but like I said,
it's in the park
to argue about it.
Starbucks is in the park, but it's not quick service. If you see the lines for Starbucks, you know it's not.
It's really not quick service.
All right. All right. Let's keep the ridicule roll going, Darlene.
Well, you wouldn't like mine then either.
Then don't give it to us. Give us one that we will like.
Well, I've only got 10, and that's what I'm going with. At Yorkshire Country Fish Shop.
I'm counting that.
Okay.
Because you can get a full meal there. And it's not, it's a Disney, themed within World Showcase.
I'm not fighting it. I am moving on.
Quick service, yeah. All right. I say that's a good choice.
Don't worry, John. I'll go to Starbucks.
I have it on my list too, by the way.
Make a show of it.
Darlene, I have it on my list too. Kurt, what would be the least of your favorites, your number 10 choice?
Sunshine Tree Terrace.
Okay, nice choice.
Got that low on my list.
Nice. I had number 10.
You mean an Epcot?
Yes.
Okay, so Sunshine Seasons, you mean?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make sure we're talking right.
I said tree. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did say tree, which confused me.
I can't spit it out tonight. Bell's palsy's not letting me talk.
I know. And I went with, for my number 10 choice, Columbia Harbor House. The menu used to be better there because they used to have fish and chips. Now it's a little different, but you can still get some decent stuff there, and it's always good quality.
See, the only thing I can eat there is the chicken fingers right now until they bring back the chicken pot pie. So I couldn't even put it on my list, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I missed that chicken pot pie.
All right, number 9, John.
Number 9. I'm thinking that everybody else is going to have this a little bit higher, but I'm going to go with Flame Tree Barbecue.
Okay, good pick. Darlene.
I'm going with the Cetuli Canteen.
At 9?
Wow. That low?
Yeah, at 9, because there's only a couple things that I really enjoy.
Aloha Isle?
Huh?
What do you have for 1? Aloha Isle?
No.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just surprised you have it that low.
Well, yeah, because there's other things that have come in now that I like better.
Okay. I don't know why you do, but okay. It's a personal choice. It's a personal preference. All right, Kurt.
I can't find the name of it. The Smugglers. It's not Smugglers. It's not the
Docking Bay 7.
Docking Bay 7. Thank you. We were disappointed in the service we received there last time, and they messed up the order royally.
Sorry to
And
hear
then they
that.
took about 45 minutes to fix that
Ooh.
messed up royal order. There it is, Docket Bay Sevens. Just disappointed us. It's fair food.
Hopefully you'll go back there another time, give it another chance, and hopefully it'll be much better.
Yeah, we'll give it a couple of years.
All right. For my number 9 choice, I went with the Yorkshire County Fish Shop. It used to be much higher on my list, but over the years, like Darlene said, other things have come in, so it kind of went down the pecking order. The quality is still great with the fish and chips there, but it's not as high on my list as it once was. All right, number 8, John.
My number 8 is the Tangerine Cafe in Morocco in Epcot. I wish it had more comfortable seating, especially when it's too hot or too cold outside. But I like the food. I like the ambiance, but it could be a little. I like it being outside, but I just don't like it when it's hot or cold outside.
Yeah. So you would like it in another city and state somewhere?
Well, maybe I just need to go there at the right months. I need to go there
February,
November or February or something like that.
It's okay. Good choice. Darlene.
Okay. Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe.
Okay. Kurt.
I'm going with Pizza Rizzo's. And I'm not going for the pizza. I'm going for the meatball sub.
Okay. I'm glad you're going for something other than the pizza there. So
Notice I didn't say pizza fari at all.
The pizza is better than it used to be. Darlene and I talked about this before, but
We have.
All right, my number 8 choice is Starbucks. No, I'm kidding.
yeah.
No, I actually agree with Darlene. My number 8 choice is Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. Now, I just want to let our listeners and viewers know something. We could take the same top 10 list today, and tomorrow it could be jumbled in a different direction. It depends on what mood you're in while you're doing your list.
How hungry are you?
A lot of these restaurants could be interchangeable within the top 10, so to speak. All right, we're going to go to number 7 now. John.
You may disagree with me for a placement here, but I have Backlot Express, and I like the comfort there. It's kind of inside and outside. It's big. It's got a good selection of food. It's certainly one of the better fast food, but counter services in Hollywood studios. But on my list, it winds up at number 7, just because I have other things that I like even better still.
Okay. Darlene.
So I was going to say Woody's Lunchbox, but I'm going with Backlot Express because even though there's seating there, there isn't a full meal probably. You wouldn't consider the tater tots a full meal.
Woody's
Lunchbox.
Yeah, I would consider
That's
that
a meal.
a service. You can get a full meal there.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you want to go with Backlot Express, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It's whatever you want to do.
Well, it's not whatever you want to do. It's okay if it fits into the steward's parameters on the fly.
Well, this is the thing. The two of them don't drink anything at Starbucks. And that I know for a fact.
That's not true.
That's absolutely not true.
That's not true. I do. If I'm going to get in line for something there, if somebody else is there, I will get some kind of a frozen latte or something.
And I would get their hot cocoa if it was cold out ever here.
So you really don't even know what food items are in there, do you?
I have.
They're grab and go.
Starbucks does not count. Stop trying to push Starbucks.
Grab
First
and
of all,
go.
I hope their license or their agreement with Disney runs out and they bring in Dunkin' Donuts. But that's besides the point.
And you get the leaky cup.
Yeah.
No, the leaky cauldron is over.
You can go into a Starbucks on any corner in any town, on any street in any neighborhood, and don't give me Starbucks at Disney. I'm sorry, it doesn't count. when they start serving burgers and fries, then we'll count it. Kurt, I think you were up.
I'm going to drop Cosmic Rays in here at, where are we at? 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to drop Cosmic Rays in there at 7. They got a selection, but
Their food's actually gotten better.
It has.
For number 7, I have Flame Tree Barbecue. It's always a good place to stop, but there are better choices in Animal Kingdom, so it's kind of like gone down my list from the upper end of it at one point because of that. All right, we're at number 6. John.
Number 6. And this is one of my favorite places to have a counter service, and it's Cosmic Rays, so it's pretty close to what some of you have said. I love to sit and listen and watch Sunny Eclipse.
Mhm.
So, and the food, yeah. When it comes to having a simple lunch or even a simple dinner, it doesn't take a whole lot to please me. But I just like the entertainment to go along with it.
Okay, good choice. Darlene.
Columbia Harbor House.
All right, good. Kurt.
Lotus Blossom Cafe.
Oh. Okay, it's your preference.
That's my preference.
I would not eat that, but if you enjoy it, hey, have at it.
You don't have to. I need my fix.
At least he allowed it.
Yeah.
You can get a full meal there.
You can get a full meal there. Maybe not French fries, but you get rice.
I considered making it number 1, but I knew that might make him get really sick, so I didn't want him to do that. I just stuck it in the middle at 6. It wasn't even my top 5. It was in 6.
Now, for number 6, I have a restaurant that lately I have seen online some not so good things to say about the food, but I disagree with everybody who is saying that the food's not so good. I love it there. The Regal Eagle Smokehouse. Great.
Who's complaining about the Regal Eagle?
There's been a lot of people online saying that. Yeah. Saying that they've really been fatty. It's like, I don't know where they're eating, but I think they're mistaking something else for Regal Eagle. I really do, because that's one of the best places there.
Or maybe they're talking about the old, American Adventure or the old American Adventure restaurant before it was Regal Eagle.
No, they said Regal Eagle, and all these people glommed onto it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Some of that stuff, you're supposed to actually have the fat in it.
Mm-hmm.
For flavor.
It's the barbecue.
Ribs without fat, that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, lean ribs.
It's the bone. You get the bone.
Yeah, chew the bone.
All right, we're at the halfway point. Number 5.
Oh, is that me?
Mm-hmm.
That's you.
My number 5, if I can read it, since my contact went up in my eye, is Sunshine Seasons at Epcot. The thing I like I like a couple of things about Sunshine Seasons. One thing that I like is you have such a wide assortment and set of choices there, so you can get anything from. Can you actually get burgers there for kids? But you can get salmon, you can get desserts, you can get Asian food, you can get so many different things, and your party can go to different windows and get different food. So I like that. I like the amount of seating it has. So, and it's air conditioned or it's heated if the weather outside's not good.
Nice. All right, Darlene.
Pinocchio's Village House.
Okay. May I ask what's so special about Pinocchio's Village House?
She likes the pizza. The flatbread.
No, nobody likes the pizza there.
No, they have good food. They've got a lot of seating, and you can see It's a Small World, which is an attraction there, kind of similar to the Garden Grill. When you go into Epcot, you can see Living with the Land. It's got a little bit of a good thing going on there.
And you can bring a meal in from another restaurant and eat it there.
You could, yeah.
That did not make my top 10 list, but I could see it being on somebody's. It's because they do have a nice variety of food, and like Darling said, you can see it's a small world from there, and that is her favorite attraction.
Hey, small world.
It is.
Well, yes, there's a little tip for there. So one of the things that we do is, if we just want a little bite in the middle of the, it's not lunchtime, so it's late morning.
He sticks his hand around the counter and he steals it.
Yeah. Or even just a soda.
What's that over there?
Go in and we sit down at the table and we mobile order while we're sitting there at the table, and then go up and grab it and bring it back to the table. Just for a simple little snack off of lunch or dinner.
That was a great, when they had the Figaro fries, that was a great place just to get that and leave. But the fries are still good there.
It's not the same.
I know it's not the same, but they're still good. All right, Kurt, number 5.
Yak and Yeti local foods.
Mm.
I'm in my Asian market right there, and then I'll get out of there.
Good choice. Good choice. Because guess what? That is the same choice I had. Yak
There you go.
It's one of the most underrated counter service restaurants in Disney. A lot of the menu is similar as the restaurant Yak and Yeti.
It's just a little smaller portion.
Right. It's a little smaller portion. You're paying a little bit less, a lot less.
I'd rather do that. I'd get too full on it as it is.
Yep. I agree. All right. John, number 3.
We missed 4.
We did? All right. Number 4.
Yes, we did.
Number 4. So I have this a little bit higher than Kurt did, but I have Docking Bay 7, and I like the fact that the food at Docking Bay 7 is a little bit different, and you have some healthier choices, but it's still filling. And I like the Star Wars theme there in that too as well. But Docking Bay 7, you have to be a little innovative about finding seating sometimes. So you're going up to pick the food up and you have somebody with you, go scouting out a table so you have something available when you get the food.
Yeah. All right. Darlene.
Okay, well, this is where I have Yak and Yeti local at.
Good. Yeah, no argument here with that one. That could be, I would not have been surprised if it were number 1 on someone's list, or it still could be. Kurt.
I'm going to Backlot Express at number 4.
Did you see my list?
I did. I did. I totally looked at it.
Because that's what I have for number 4. I have Backlot Express.
I told you not to hold your paper up. Yeah, see?
All right. John, number 3.
Number 3. Here is where I have Regal Eagle. I like the food. I like going in there when it's raining outside, or it's hot outside, or it's cold outside. It's a nice respite in there. Lots of seating, nice place to get a rest. But yeah, I really like the food since they've redone it.
Yeah, and it's a great place to refill your soda if you're eating there.
Yeah.
All right, Darlene.
That's where I put mine too. Regal Eagle.
Good. Kurt.
Yeah.
Oh, well, wait, Darlene forgot to say that she could stop on the way in at Starbucks and bring her coffee back there too.
Yes.
John,
Actually, I'll just get a beer there.
I was going to say, come on, John. It's got beer.
Yeah, you're talking to the alcoholic in the group. She's not getting coffee. She's getting beer.
The coffee's gone by the time she gets back there. She wants her beer.
So Keith gets his ice cream.
Irish coffee.
I'll tell you what. I'm going back to the Regal Eagle as well for my number 3. And I'm even having a beer with it.
All right. My number 3 is Docking Bay 7, because who doesn't want to sit on the dock of the bay? No, the food is real. Kurt, I'm sorry, but the food's really good there. I am sorry you had
my last trip. It wasn't that good. No one of my party liked it that much. So
yeah, I'm sorry you had bad service there, but I really think you need to give it another try. It's
our third try, and the third try was the worst.
Really,
something changed about it, and I don't know what it is.
Nothing's
it just was
changed.
not that good.
I have to say the same thing. I agree with Kurt. It's not even on my list because it's the first time I went. I got
you too.
I know. I got something and I was kind of like, oh, okay, this is not what I expected. And then the second time I went, I got something and it was okay. I had better meals at other places.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, there's another place that I used to eat at constantly that's not on this list. So.
And what would that be?
I'm not saying it until we get done.
Okay, that's fine. Where are we now? We're at number 2.
Number two is just an all-time favorite of mine, and it's Columbia Harbor House. I like the food. I think they've got good choices. I like when they have the lobster roll, the clam chowder. I like the food there, and I love to sit upstairs, look out the windows toward Haunted Mansion, or watching the people walk past Peter Pan's flight. But I just really like it at Columbia Harbor House and still do.
I hope they bring back the chicken pot pie.
I could put it on my list if they did.
Yeah. My number 2 is Restaurantosaurus.
Oh.
And why is that number 2? I'm not saying it's a bad restaurant. It didn't make my list, but I like the food there.
Yeah, well, I mean, Keith can eat there. We've had good meals. They've got salads, they've got burgers, stuff that he can eat. So,
is there anything that stands out on their menu that you like a lot?
I just like the fact that it's very easy for me to customize a salad without strawberries and stuff. So,
you mean like the time they put raspberries in there when they weren't supposed to?
Strawberries.
Strawberries. Okay. That wasn't Darlene's fault. That was the cast member.
Yeah. Oops. But they rectified it.
Yes, they did.
They pulled them all off.
Nope. Gave us a whole new meal.
I'm going to go over to Pecos Bill for the Pecos Bill's Tall Tale Inn. It's still an old favorite. It's not as good as it used to be. No fixin' bar, but it's still an old favorite.
Yeah, the last time I ate there, the burger was not the same as it had been. It was
That's why I don't get
reduced in size.
Yeah, we just don't get the burger.
Yeah. All right. My number 2 is Connections. Now, speaking of burgers, you want a burger that's thick and big, that's the place to go. I would say that's my favorite burger on property, but that's not the only thing on the menu that's great there. Their desserts are great. Their chicken is great. They've got, I forgot the name of the salad.
General Tso's.
That's it, the General Tso's salad. I mean, everything there is absolutely wonderful. And the seating's pretty cool, too.
Shared with Starbucks.
But Starbucks is not counted in this. They're in the same building as Starbucks. Starbucks has its separate lines, its separate, it's not the same. All right. Where are we? Number 1, John.
Number 1.
Your absolute favorite.
I had considered Connections Cafe, but I have never eaten there yet. So I didn't think it was, I don't think it was fair to put it on my list yet. I think once I eat there, it'll probably be on my list. But my number 1, and it has been this way for a couple of years now, is Sawtooli Canteen. We never miss Sawtooli Canteen when we go into Animal Kingdom. Love the Blueberry Dome. Love the burger pods and some of the other choices there. And it's in a great location, lots of space. Get refills for soda. And inside, it's amazing to me how many tables are available inside. There's a lot of people that kind of sit outside in the glass area or out on the patio, and there's just plenty of space in there.
Yeah, there is. There certainly is. All right, Darlene.
And me, I picked the Connections Cafe because so far I've tried quite a few different menu items there, and we've enjoyed them.
All right, Kurt.
And I picked Aloha Isle because everything on the menu is quite okay. No, I'm with John. I went with Sawtooli Canteen. Again, every time I go there, it just amazes me. I try something different every time, and everything's been incredible.
Well, I got to tell you, only one person got the number one choice wrong, and it wasn't me because I also went with Cetuli Canteen.
It was pretty low for some reason.
Far and above the best counter service restaurant on property. I'll tell you, Connections is close, like that close, for different reasons, but it's Cetuli Canteen is like
It's kind of like where Kirk can't eat certain things, my husband can't eat certain things, so it's not one of the places that he can go and find something on the menu that he can eat.
Darlene, this is your top 10, not Keith's.
I know. So, and I go and I got, I normally get the Bayo bun.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not that much on there that, I would rather go to Yak and Yeti or Flame Tree Barbecue.
Don't listen to Darlene. Go to Cetuli Canteen. If you're in Animal Kingdom and you can only go to one counter service restaurant during your trip, I'm telling you, you will regret not going to Cetuli Canteen.
Oh, actually, you know where else I'd like to go over there? Nomads Lounge.
We can tell you where to go.
Oh,
There's Nomad Lounge. That's a table
It's a bar.
They serve small plates.
That's not a full meal.
Here we get into semantics again.
Small plates is not.
Can you get it to go? Any of these other
Hungry
places you
Jack.
can get it to go? Can you get it to go with Nomad's Lounge?
I bet you during
Does
this
anybody
time,
anybody have an honorable mention?
Can I step out of one of the parks and into the Sea Springs and say Earl of Sandwich?
No.
All right.
that's where I would put my Flame Tree Barbecue as because it was a tie with the one. So,
John, do you have a? I have one also. But
Well,
John, do you have one?
I wasn't quite sure whether this fits what you intended, but I mean, Rontos Roasters. I mean, I will get lunch at Rontos Roasters and sit out on the patio there.
Okay. And I had for my honorable mention, La Cantina de San Angel.
Oh, I forgot there. Yes.
Now, some place no one mentioned, and I think it's probably because of the pricing. I know it's not because of the atmosphere. Was the Be Our Guest restaurant?
It's no longer quick service.
It's not a quick service.
That's true. You know what?
It's
That's
a
why
fixed
everybody
price.
didn't have it on their list.
Fixed price.
Yep.
I would have had it on there if they would have.
If they would
quick
still
service for
have
lunch.
served the lunch
Well,
menu, I would
But
have.
it was never counter service, even though you could pick what you
It was
wanted.
a la
and
carte.
even though you could pick a la carte, it was not counter service. It was sit down.
Right.
Well,
It
they
was
were
still
calling it. They were
Well-
calling it counter service.
for lunch.
Yeah.
I would not classify it as counter service. It's certainly even changed
That's okay.
now with the price.
None of us
but-
had it on our list, so
No.
we all agreed to an extent.
Technically, I don't even know if we could call Casey's Corner counter service.
That's
I
why I didn't put
would-
Casey's on my list.
I would, but I just don't think the hot dogs are any good anymore. Not since they went to that mixture instead of the all beef. But when it was all beef, it was
Right.
good.
Those were good. What's the oh God, where's it at? Over in where you can get your Nutella waffle. But again, that's more of a snack.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the
Yeah, that's in Magic Kingdom. I think in Liberty Square.
Liberty
yeah,
Square.
and the chicken waffle.
Yeah, the chicken
what's the
waffle. And I
name
got
of
a
that?
corn dog.
It's not Friar's Nook.
No,
Um,
I don't remember.
Sleepy
the name.
Hollow.
Sleepy
yes,
Hollow. That's
Sleepy
it.
Hollow.
It's not really a quick service. It literally is it's a snack.
It's a snack. Yeah,
Yeah.
Good snack.
it's like the egg roll carts. That's a snack. That's not.
Right.
But see, for you, it's a snack. For me, that's
No,
enough for a
I'm
lunch.
sorry. I'm
Because
sorry.
you can get a drink and the egg rolls.
Can you get a dessert? Can you get a side order to your egg roll? Can you get fried rice? Can you get again with the fries?
Is there somewhere to sit down to enjoy that?
Pierogies? Can you get that? No, it's not a full meal.
It's a cart.
Oh, so funny.
And right on there it said no carts.
Yep.
That's
Goes
why I
on the-
didn't pick it.
And And I know that text went out because he sent it to me first. They said, "Okay, I'm resending this to the group."
No,
if it's
that was
41.
a group text. But
Just sent it to me, and he only sent it to me.
no,
and
I think everybody
resent it
got
out
it.
to the
No,
group.
it looked like everybody got it individually for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's when I try to send out a group text just for everybody listening out there, and it's only with this group for the podcast. It goes to them as if I sent it to them to each person individually and only them, and that's not the way it should be. But I have to figure out what's going on with my phone and why it's doing that. And it's only in that group. Everything else is fine. All right, so we did our honorable mention. Is there any restaurant that's in your top 10 that you would change at all?
From our discussion, you mean?
Yeah, like would you make any changes, whether it's aesthetic, make it a little more aesthetically pleasing, less aesthetically pleasing?
What would we change about the location itself?
Yeah, the food maybe.
Well, I had mentioned about Tangerine Cafe. I just wish that it was more comfortable to sit there when the weather isn't the best.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Right.
I mean, I like the open air, but it has its trade-offs.
Yeah. I think I would change Yorkshire County Fish Shop a little bit that I had on my list. I think the seating is just a little bit too small for the area. I think I would do something there. I don't know.
I don't think
exactly.
there's any
really
planned
isn't
for them
much, yeah.
to
There
increase.
is, if they took away that space that they reserve for guests that are watching the fireworks or whatever it is below, they could do something over there. But
They did
I
at
don't know
one
how they
point
would.
had tables out in front of across the street in front of the store, kitty corner to the T.
Or maybe expand the store so you could actually, rather than sitting outside, you sit inside. But I wouldn't change the menu.
No, and like I said, for me, Columbia Harbor House, I wish they would bring back a few different other foods that they had.
Well, and that's both at Cosmic Rays and at Pinocchio's, or I'm sorry, not Pinocchio's, Pecos Bill's Tall Tale Inn. I'd love to see the fixing bars back.
Yeah.
If Pecos Bill's at a minimum brought back the old burger, that would get it on my list because they've changed the burger a little bit. Not in
So it's
taste.
not a third pound burger anymore?
I'll tell you, the last time I was there, it looked a lot smaller than that.
Maybe whoever you had cooking it just cooked it down too much.
Who knows? Who knows? But I wasn't the only one complaining. Everybody in the party that I was with complained about the same thing.
Where's the beef?
Yeah, exactly. That was a while ago. I haven't been there. It's got to be about 6 to 9 months since I've been there.
I got to be honest. I haven't had a burger there in probably 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
we get all the other stuff instead.
I'll tell you, if I'm going for a burger on property, it is going to be a Connections. You cannot beat that burger.
Those burgers are huge.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to eat a whole sandwich, so.
Well, I could.
They still call them third pound Angus cheeseburgers.
Like I said, maybe they're back. Maybe it was a supply issue, and maybe they just got whatever they could at the time. I don't know.
And with you saying that, I know a friend of mine said that, like when I was up in New York, they had an issue getting foot-long hot dog rolls at one of the stands that's very popular for hot dogs, milkshakes, and stuff. It's the supply and demand is very, very different nowadays.
You ever try to find the Jimmy Dean's frozen breakfast sandwiches? They're like almost impossible to find in the store.
Oh, I see those a lot down here.
I guess they're going south because we don't see them much up here.
Yeah.
The delights, the ones that have less calories.
Yeah.
That's something my daughter gets all the time, and for some reason where she is, she can't find it anywhere, is the Emergency Immune Plus packets. She can find Emergency, but she can't find the Emergency Immune Plus packets.
Yeah.
So it's like it just seems like different, depending on your geographical location, depends on what you may be having some supply issues with. Like down here, chicken was crazy. You couldn't get chicken down here for the longest thing.
Right.
And then when you could, the prices just shot through the roof because it was a tough item for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And then there was the paper towel issue and the toilet paper for a while.
Mm. But with saying that, if you'd like to live near Disney like Stuart and I do and be able to find more items, just contact Victor Naraki. He is the realtor that we've used, and he specializes in communities surrounding Disney World. He has new constructions, resales, second homes, retirement homes. So just go to DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com and he will help you find your home down here with us.
Yeah, Victor's awesome. Restaurants down here. I think we've seen a lot of changes with restaurants down here. Mostly good. When I say down here, I mean Disney. Mostly good. I think, should we do a Disney Springs only top 10 list at some point?
Yeah.
Not like maybe combine counter service and sit down.
Yeah,
Kurt,
that's
you don't
fine.
eat your old sandwich there, right?
What's that? No, I've eaten more than an Earl's sandwich.
Yeah, okay.
I did have to laugh when someone was talking about the polite pig, and apparently they're like, "Where's your vegan items?" There are vegan items on there, but yeah, the guy apparently they were expecting more vegan items on the polite pig menu.
Because it sounds like it's a vegan restaurant altogether, doesn't it?
I know when I walk over there, that's the last thing I'm thinking about is vegan food. The
Yeah.
smell coming out of there, it's that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They've got the best mac and cheese there.
I never had it there, so
I think I
couldn't
had
say.
Yeah,
I can understand somebody who's vegan who's with a group of, a larger group, and everybody there is, carnivores. So they're looking for the meat or the pig or, whatever it is, chicken. So it could get tough for people who are looking for vegan items. And I think Disney does a great job, most of the restaurants, having items for people just to give them a little different, a little different choice or something that they can eat and are comfortable eating. Now, speaking of chicken, guy, love that restaurant.
We ate there.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yes.
Okay, let's not do the show now.
Not now.
No, let's not. As a matter of fact, let's get out of here now. A little short show this week, but I think, after that whole Starbucks fiasco, I think it went pretty well.
Now, I'm going to tell you this. If you ask my cousin's daughter, if she gets a full meal, she'd be like, yes, you do, because she had a very delicious sandwich with cuties.
Give it up. Nobody cares. It's Starbucks. Cares. It's not a restaurant.
Nope. It's a grab and take.
Yep.
Not necessarily if you get a heated
All right,
sandwich.
on that note, everybody have a safe weekend, a good weekend, and remember to stay safe, be healthy. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Stuart, you inspired me for this one tonight by one of your comments. And so all I have to say is, sitting in the docking bay, watching the X-Wings fly away. Fly away.
Have a magical night. Stay safe. Please stay hydrated and pack your raincoat.